Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited and very happy that you decided to take the time to embark on this journey with me. All right, before we get started, I want to just spend a minute to reflect on the situation that is currently confronting the world. That is the outbreak of the very serious disease that is the coronavirus. All right, I would encourage all of you, my friends, to take protective measures and to safeguard yourself and your families from the virus. It is incumbent upon all of us as individuals, as families, as communities, just to follow the basic rules of hygiene, to keep a bit of a social distance as we're advised by the health practitioners, and just to take care of your lifestyle. Right, now coming back to the important discussion that you're going to be having, it's going to be a bit of a mini series, if you may call it that, about how to transform your life. Part of a transformation journey always begins with personal introspection, right? Because before you can make any meaningful change, you need to determine or assess where you are in life, be it at a personal level, in terms of like your relationships, the friends that you have, your business, professional, different aspects of your life that are important to you. And also importantly, what are your values and what is important to you? As you begin to self-reflect, I think you begin to also pick up some of the patterns that you may have developed over a number of years, and also assess whether they've served you well, and if they have, is it time maybe to move to the next level, or to just drop some of the things that you've been doing over the past years that maybe have not helped you achieve the best life that you desire for yourself. Right. Now, what is meaningful to you may not be meaningful to the next person, right? So as you do a personal reflection, there's no judgment, because it's your own personal journey as an individual, right? Now, I was just introducing the series that you're going to be discussing over the coming weeks, and also to say we have a lot of things in our lives that influence how we live, where we live, who we spend time with. And those are some of the factors that, as you do a self-introspection, you begin to take a closer look at. Do I spend time with people that inspire me or people that drain my energy? Am I spending time with people that uplift me or frustrate me? Am I spending time with people that I learn from, that help me grow, that support me, or people that are just a burden? Those are important things to consider in life as you do an analysis of your own life, because those are things that will impact your life on a daily basis until such time they decide to make some changes. The next thing after you've done an analysis is to say, what is the vision that you have for your life? We all have different visions or goals for our lives, because we all have different aspirations. But what is of fundamental importance is that you should know who you really are, what you want out of life. Don't worry too much about the how part. We'll get into that. And as I always say, once you're clear about the vision or the GPS for your life, the universe tends to support your growth and development towards that direction. So clarity is key in terms of who you really are, your vision for your life, and where you want to be. So this is just a short introduction about the mini series that will be unpacking, and also the tools that I will be sharing with you in terms of how you transform your life. You know, there's a typical example that we generally give when we say the environment influences how we behave, the things we like or don't like. For example, when a child is born, already the child carries the DNA of the parents, right? That's just part of it. And as the child grows up in a particular family or environment, there are many factors that influences how the child behaves, or the conditioning, the social conditioning, as you may call it. That's why, for example, if a child grows up in a family where 4 languages are spoken, chances are the child will speak 4 languages. It's just natural. It's part of the environment, right? But if as a child I grew up in a family where perhaps there's only 1 language spoken, I will naturally tend to speak only 1 language until such time I go to the broader society, maybe learn other languages. But generally speaking, your formative years, you're within your family or your small community, and you pick up either the languages or the culture within that given culture or society. So that's how you begin to be influenced in life by the choices you make. As you get to be a teenager or a young adult or just an adult or even a mature person like myself, you would over the time have determined what works for you as a person, dropped some of the old habits, and started to form your own individual choices about what you prefer, regardless of where you came from or the societal influences that were around you. Those are some of the things that we begin to discuss. As we change behavior, we change attitudes, we change lifestyle towards realizing the bigger dreams that we have for our lives. But that's the starting point. So in the coming series that we are unpacking every week, we'll be talking about the vision. And in life generally, everything starts with a vision. For example, the tools that I'm using right now to communicate with you throughout the world, somebody had a vision to create the internet, right? Somebody had a vision to create this platform, YouTube, to create social media platforms. We have a plethora of them, right? But it all started with the vision. They may not have had all the tools to actually achieve the dream, but they started, and then they gave the direction of their energy towards that goal. And here we are today. Throughout the world, we can communicate using those very tools. The same applies to your own life. You start by creating a clear vision for your life in terms of what you want to achieve, and then you direct your energy in that direction. Okay, so that's it for now until we get down to the details tomorrow. I trust that as you spend the day today, you'll have some time to reflect about who you really are. What are the most important things that matter to you? And how do you want to change your life? Because I believe that until you can see clearly the life that you want to create, visualize it, it is near impossible to actually get there. Otherwise, then you just get driven by the wind. Whatever direction people go, you tend to follow because you don't have a clear vision for your life. So that's what we'll be discussing. So for now, have a lovely day until we continue tomorrow.